I am the owner and proprietor of a local company that makes popsicles or ice pops or ice lollies, depending on where you're from. Um, our company is about 3 years old, and starting from this past winter, we also started making ice cream as well. So the food movement in Hong Kong, I moved to Hong Kong about 8 years ago. I'm from the United States. When we moved to Hong Kong about 8 years ago, there were pretty much no choices in terms of healthy foods in Hong Kong. Either you eat at very expensive hotels and pay huge amounts of money for very exquisite food, or you eat in the dirty Chinese dai pai dongs, and everything is prepared. All the food are processed, canned foods. There's pretty much there's a lot of lack of understanding in terms of what is healthy food intake in Hong Kong. I am an attorney by training. I was a trial lawyer in the US for about 11 years before I moved to Hong Kong. I followed my husband here. He's also a lawyer. His firm transferred him here to his Hong Kong office. So I followed him here, and I did not like practicing law in Hong Kong. I did not want to become a barrister in Hong Kong for various reasons. You can ask me later. But after we had our first child, I decided to not practice anymore. But at the same time, I did not want to do nothing. So in 2013 or 2012, a friend of mine who's also another lawyer, her and I are kind of in the same position. We did not want to go back to full-time practice after we had children, so we decided to start a small, we call it the mommy's business, because it was intended to be a part-time business. It was intended to be just like something fun to do, keep us occupied, so that we're not sitting at home and doing nothing. We did not want to be completely occupied with our babies, so to speak. But we had very good reception in the beginning, and actually coincided with a slowly developing movement in Hong Kong for better quality food, I call it the whole foods movement, like eating the whole fruit instead of eating processed food. It's not an organic movement. In Hong Kong, there are no organizations that certify your foods to be organic. So the organic term in Hong Kong is meaningless in a lot of different ways. And so we actually are part of this movement where consumers should be more aware of what they eat. And eat basic or eat simple, as opposed to eating processed or refined food. So that's how our company started. We've had pretty good reception. In the beginning, we thought we would be catering to children's parties, but within 2 months when we first started, we got booked for a huge event for Fashions Night Out. I don't know if you know Fashions Night Out. It's an international event by Vogue magazine. Back then, it was still running in Hong Kong, and so we catered to Fashions Night Out for one of the biggest luxury retail department stores in Hong Kong. So that launched us off in a corporate catering style business. So that is actually our main focus now. Most of our clients are big corporations. We do specialty catering for them. Our popsicle sticks are laser engraved in a lot of ways. Actually, yesterday we catered to DBS Bank, the bank in Singapore. They had a giant party, so we sent 1,000 ice pops to them with all of their logo engraved on the popsicle sticks. For an afternoon fun that I think they either gave it away or they had an internal staff appreciation day. So that's mainly our business. We do a lot of specialty stuff, and everything is customized, including the packaging, the popsicle sticks. Our brand of popsicles are sold in City Super, which is the most expensive supermarket in Hong Kong. We did not intend to have actually supermarket distribution, but they approached us. So now we're in sort of a luxury style supermarket, and we plan to expand our wholesale business in that kind of way. So no, we don't have a store. We're not like 7-Eleven, we're not McDonald's, but we do small scale things that are interesting to us, and that's what we do. And as for the ice cream, it's slowly starting out. I'm testing recipes and branding. I don't know if you guys are working on projects. Branding is extremely important, and we've gone through about 7 months of brand identity issues. I think we finally focused on hammered down some finalized branding, and we will be in the supermarkets next year. So that's a simplified version of what I do.